And the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Fallon, is now recognized. Mr. Fallon?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. There,
Oh,
there you
okay.
are.
Let me
Now
do
there,
that.
I see you now.
Oh, the video should be on?
Okay, I see you now. You're
Okay,
recognized.
thank you. You know, I asked myself what this committee hearing today was about, and I thought long and hard about it. It seems to be labels and labeling. Some in the political arena, particularly today, are excellent. They excel at labels, and they give flowery names to certain bills and legislation that oftentimes mask their true intent and their actual purpose and impact. So what is this hearing really about? And it seems to be labeling America in 2021 as hopelessly racist. And how can a systemically racist society be redeemed? Through a massive redistribution of wealth. How can the poor be uplifted and their circumstances be improved? Apparently, some believe not by the virtues of hard work and determination and education and private investment and free enterprise. No, only the heavy-handed use of tax dollars by the government can these ills be solved. Central planning at its finest. So it's not only some people believe that society is inflicted with systemic racism and unprovable assertions like unconscious bias, but we've learned in the past year or so that some believe that COVID, a virus most likely originating from Wuhan, China, was racist. And fossil fuels being racist, the climate being racist. And today there's an argument to be made that pollution apparently is racist. Now, where's the actual hard data that would stand up to the scrutiny of peer review and employ randomized sampling and scientific methodology? Well, in page 1 of our background material, it said, quote, people of color are disproportionately exposed to pollution from a wide range of sources. Black Americans and to a lesser extent, Hispanic and Asian Americans all have a higher risk of premature death as a result of pollution. And they cite a study from the American Lung Association. So I read that study. And the study found that it diverged because it said that income did not drive the difference. And then in the very next paragraph, it said socioeconomic position also appears tied to greater harm from air pollution. So I don't know which one it was. And then in this very short information that was cited in a footnote, they used the word may or could 10 different times, and then contradicted their whole conclusion by saying, quote, however, since few rural counties have monitors, the primarily older non-Hispanic white residents of these counties lack information about air quality in their communities. So this seems to be junk science at its finest. So the argument can be made that, you know, these folks on the other side of the aisle, many say that white privilege is real. So if in the United States, white privilege was a reality, who stands, if you break Americans down demographically, who would be at the top of the economic food chain? It'd clearly be, if you believe in white privilege, it'd be white Americans, on average. But when you break us down demographically and use data in science, the Congressional Research Service found in 2019, the median incomes, the top demographic, ethnic demographic, was Indian Americans, Asian Indian Americans, with an average of 120,000 median income. Asian Americans were next, not whites, Asian Americans. So Indian Americans make 57% more on average than white Americans. Asian Americans, it was $98,174. They make 30% more than white Americans. Then coming in third were white Americans at 76,000, Hispanic Americans at 56,000, and Black Americans at 45,400. So if there's white privilege, white folks are incredibly bad at it.
Will the gentleman yield?
No, I do not yield. I do not yield. I have 5 minutes. I'm going to take it, sir.
That's what you're so afraid of.
Well, I didn't interrupt you. What are you afraid of? Ma'am, I reclaim my time.
The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So what we have here is when you look at these demographics, you know what the one consistent thing is? It's not race, it's education levels. Indian Americans on average, most educated. Then who's next? Oh, the person, the group that comes in second. Asian Americans. Who's third? White Americans. Who's fourth? Hispanic Americans. Who's fifth? Black Americans. This is about education in America. There are 22 million white Americans that live in poverty in this country. There are 21 million Black Americans that are middle class or above. Let's focus more on data and facts and far less on emotions and suppositions. Madam Chair, I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. The gentleman